For many Muslims, going to the gym is about discipline, health and building strength. Yet almost every gym has one thing in common: music playing in the background. Some Muslims argue that entering such an environment is not permissible. Others say it is allowed as long as the intention is purely fitness, not entertainment. So what is the correct understanding? Does intention change the ruling? Is passive exposure different from listening? What does Islamic scholarship actually say about this situation? Shaykh Assim Al-Hakeem answers this question based on the Qur'an, the Sunnah, and the understanding of the scholars.
What is the ruling in going to a gym that has music? We know that listening to music is prohibited in Islam. And this is backed by the Qur'an, backed by the authentic hadith, which is in Bukhari and elsewhere, which is totally authentic, and backed by the consensus of the four schools of thought that music is prohibited in Islam. Any musical instrument is prohibited in Islam. Not that Islam does not like arts, but Islam prevents whatever corrupts the heart. How can music corrupt the heart? Well, it influences you negatively. In the vast majority of songs nowadays, they ask you to do heinous and haram things, like love making, like talking about body parts of women, like violence and killing, etc. So it is sufficient for us as Muslims to know that music is haram in Islam. This is what the Qur'an, the Sunnah, and the scholars say. So going to a place where there is music and listening to it is prohibited.
However, real life is rarely black and white. Many Muslims live in environments where avoiding music completely can be difficult, especially in public spaces like gyms. So, what should a person do if exercise feels necessary and alternatives seem limited? Shaykh Assim Al-Hakeem provides practical guidance.
Is it a necessity to go to the gym? If I don't, will I die? Or is it something that is complementary, something that has an added value, which I can do elsewhere? Of course, you can do elsewhere. You can choose a place that does not have music in it. You work out in your own room or in your own house or in a garden, whatever. But hypothetically, let's assume that you have to go. Then listening to music is haram. Instruct them to turn it off. Most likely they won't, but you give it a try. If not, then you have to put these headsets that isolate the outside noise totally. And you can listen to Qur'an, you can listen to a lecture, you can listen to the news, anything that is halal, but to keep you out of being engaged in listening to music.
At the end of the day, this discussion is not about gyms. It's not even about music alone. It's about the state of the heart. It's about how seriously we take what Allah and His Messenger have taught us. Islam does not only guide us in major life decisions, it guides us in our routines, our environments, and even in what we allow our ears and hearts to absorb. And a believer should constantly ask himself, is this drawing me closer to Allah or further away? May Allah grant us wisdom in our choices and sincerity in our intentions. Assalamu alaikum.